Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Ivy English. I'm Bruce.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Okay, today is the day after yesterday when we talked about water and how not to buy water, as well, of course, as how to buy water. But today we have two short articles on completely different topics. The first one here is Taiwanese project win big at International Design Awards.
我们的中文标题是台湾荣获繆斯设计奖殊荣。好，那 win big 就是大赢，好的，有很好的成绩。
Okay, I'll read through. It's just a couple paragraphs. This lesson has our short articles, two short articles together, always with different topics, though. Two Taiwanese projects have received recognition from the Muse Design Awards. First, an abandoned elementary school in Pingtung County earned a gold award in the category of landscape design for its conversion into a geometric landscape park. The former Nanhua Elementary School, now called Nanhua Glimmer, provides a recreational area featuring tropical plants and many natural elements. Meanwhile, collaborative artwork between Taiwanese FunDesign.tv and Berlin-based Tape That won a silver award in the category of conceptual design. The work was done on the Kaohsiung light rail system with glow tape, which absorbs sunlight during the daytime and glows after the sun sets. It debuted during the Taiwan Lantern Festival and was described as the world's first self-luminous mobile lantern. People riding the train enjoyed the unique experience.
So, two Taiwanese projects have received recognition from the Muse Design Awards. That's awesome.
好，所以有两个台湾的 projects 专案 have received 得到了 recognition 就是肯定或者认可，好，受到了肯定。从哪里受到肯定呢？ From 好，那这个 The Muse Design Awards 就是美国缪斯设计奖。
So, what was this project? First, an abandoned elementary school in Pingtung County earned a gold award in the category of landscape design for its conversion into a geometric landscape park. Well, abandoned means nobody uses it anymore, with fewer and fewer children being born in most countries around the world these days. Primary schools or elementary schools have fewer and fewer students, and finally they will take a few students from one primary school and put them into another one because it doesn't make sense to have classrooms with 5 students. But then what do you do with the building? So this is where our International Design Awards comes in. The project earned or won, W-O-N, won a gold award in the category of landscape design. They took the school and they made it completely different. They changed the whole environment of the school as well as the school itself. It was converted into, conversion is the noun for to convert A into B, into something different, from a primary school into a geometric landscape park. I'm trying to imagine what that might look like, but it sounds like a lot of fun.
好，所以呢，这个地方讲到 first， 首先 an abandoned 就是废弃的 elementary school 就是小学，所以有一个废弃的小学在哪里呢？在屏东县。好，所以在屏东县的一个废弃小学，它怎么样呢？ earned a gold award 就是它荣获金奖。好 earned 就是获得啊，你也可以用 won 啊 W-O-N。好，它得到了一个金奖，在哪一个类别呢？ In a category of landscape design， 好，在这个景观设计这个类别里面呢，得到金奖。那 for 表示得奖的原因，好，因为怎么样呢？ It's 就是指这个小学它的 conversion into， 它被转换被改造成为叫做 conversion into， 它被改造转换成为一个 geometric 就是几何的 landscape 地景 park 公园，所以它被转换成为一个几何地景公园。
The former Nanhua Elementary School, now called Nanhua Glimmer, provides a recreational area featuring tropical plants and many natural elements. It's a recreational area. It means that it's a place where people can go recreate and they can recreate themselves.
It's a place to have a lot of fun.
It's a place to relax.
对，好，所以这个 recreational area 就是一个休憩的场所，一个游乐或者休憩的一个场所啊。所以我们看到前面这个句，他说 the former 就是之前的南华 Elementary School 南华小学 former 表示之前是，现在已经不是了。果然他后面告诉你逗点，告诉你说这个 now called 他现在被称为南华 Glimmer 叫南华微光。好，那它怎么样呢？它 provides 它提供了一个休憩或者是游乐的场所。好，那这个休憩或者游乐场所怎么样呢？ featuring 它的特色有什么呢？ tropical plants 它里面有热带的植物，还有很多的 natural elements 很多的自然元素。
Yeah, for example, very large stones that are in interesting shapes that we can see on the east coast of Taiwan.
所以例如说它可能有些很大的奇石，这个很奇怪很漂亮的石头。Yeah.
Okay, our second and final paragraph begins with this sentence. Meanwhile, collaborative artwork between Taiwanese fundesign.tv and Berlin-based Tape That won a silver award in the category of conceptual design. So the first paragraph talked about the Muse Design Awards, and Taiwan got the gold award in Pingtung County for changing a school into a park. And then, meanwhile, of course, refers to at the same time in this contest, there was a cooperation, a collaborative artwork project between a German and a Taiwanese-based fundesign.tv, whatever that is. The same for the Berlin-based Tape That. That's a cool name, but I really don't know what it is.
I assume they put tape on lots of things.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Tape that thing. I'm sure they tape a lot of things.
Conceptual design. A concept is an idea about something. It's not a reality. It's an image or construct. It's something that we create in our minds. And they took this cooperation between Taiwan and Berlin, the capital of Germany. They got the second place, a silver. Gold is the first place. Silver is the second award.
好，所以呢 meanwhile 同时 collaborative 就是合作的 artwork 艺术品，所以有一个合作的艺术品是 between 是哪两个单位或哪两个人合作呢？合作的一方是 Taiwanese Fun Design TV 台湾风设计团队，还有另外一个是 Berlin Base 就是在柏林的 Tape That 就是贴胶带公司当然它不是这样翻的啦我们没有翻它的，因为不知道它中文名字怎么翻它就像刚刚 Angela 讲的，它可能就是它擅长用胶带贴在很多物体上面创造艺术了所以他们之间合作的一个艺术品呢 won 它赢得了 a silver award 银奖，在哪一类别呢？ in the category of conceptual design. Conceptual design 就是概念设计奖这一类他们拿了银牌。
The work was done on the Kaohsiung light rail system with glow tape. What is glow tape? Well, there's a comma which immediately after which tells us that the next section is probably going to tell us what glow tape is, and we are so lucky. It's true. Glow tape, comma, which absorbs sunlight during the daytime and glows after the sun sets. Wow! It absorbs light and then re-releases it, and it's tape. And so if I was a Berlin-based Tape That, I would definitely be using this tape all the time. Imagine what you can tape with this cool tape. Mm-hmm. Now I got to find this tape. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah. 好，所以 the work 这个作品 was done 在哪里被制作呢？ On the 高雄 light rail system 就是轻轨系统，所以它是在高雄轻轨上这个系统上面做的。With 它用什么做呢？ Glow tape 就是荧光胶带，然后它马上解释什么叫荧光胶带，打一个逗点 which 就是指 glow tape， 它 absorbs 就是它会吸收 sunlight 阳光 during the daytime 就是白天会吸收阳光，然后呢 glows 发光发亮 after the sun sets 太阳下山之后它会发光发亮。
It debuted during the Taiwan Lantern Festival and was described as the world's first self-luminous mobile lantern. If you debut, you show yourself or what you can do for the first time. It, more importantly, refers to the artwork between Taiwan and Berlin. And it debuted. It was first shown during our Lantern Festival a few months ago here in Taiwan, as the world's first self-luminous mobile lantern. Now, you have to imagine at night looking at a moving, MRT system, like an MRT system, but each carriage or each compartment of the MRT has tape on it, possibly in different colors, and they are radiating light. And it's moving, of course, so that's why they call this a moving lantern or mobile lantern.
好，所以 it 就是这一件艺术品 debuted 它初次亮相，记住那个 T 在英文是不发音的，它初次亮相是在什么期间呢？在台湾灯节的时候呢初次亮相，然后它被 was described as 它被描述成为好，或者大家这么描述它的，都说它是世界的第一个 self-luminous 会自动发光的这样的一个 mobile 移动的 lantern 花灯，好，所以它是世界上第一座会自动发光的移动花灯。
People riding the train enjoyed the unique experience. I'm kind of sad I missed it.
Maybe it's still going on.
Maybe 所以他说 people riding the train 就是搭乘这个轻轨的这个人们呢 enjoyed 他们很喜欢享受the unique experience 这一个独特的经验。
Okay, let's switch now from Taiwan to the western United States. Colorado bill gives money for giving up grass.
所以中文标题是科罗拉多州推省水法案，草皮换现金。好，那英文标题里面那个 bill 就是一个法案的意思。
Okay, I'll read through the short paragraph and then we'll get busy explaining it for you. In an effort to reduce water consumption, lawmakers in Colorado have come up with a creative solution. Offer money to homeowners willing to give up their lawns. The western United States is currently in the midst of a historic mega-drought, and scientists do not see any end in sight. To reduce water consumption, officials in Colorado are trying to pass a bill where homeowners will receive money for switching out their grass lawns to more local water-conserving plants. Watering grass lawns often uses up about half of a city's water consumption. Removing this could end up saving the state billions of gallons of water. Similar programs have proven effective in other drought-stricken states.
I mean, American lawns are hilarious because actually it's emulating 17th century European nobles. Like every American homeowner, there's a joke that Americans are just temporarily embarrassed millionaires. Every American thinks that eventually they should be able to have $1 million, and they try to live as if this were true. But the ecological cost is quite high. So, in an effort to reduce water consumption, using up water, consuming water to reduce it, lawmakers in Colorado, a state in the northern western part of the United States, we call this the mountainous area actually, have come up with a creative solution. Offering money to homeowners willing to give up their lawns. We'll pay you to rip up your lawn. I don't know if that's creative, but that's definitely effective. You can pretty much pay anybody anything.
Now, California has done this in Southern California. They've already done this for decades, so it's not exactly a novel idea, but it's novel for Colorado.
Wouldn't it be more interesting, though, to plant a garden there instead?
Well, that's what they do in Southern California. They have rock and cactus
gardens,
landscape.
Yeah.
好，所以呢，刚刚这个Bruce 老师讲到说，其实南加州已经这么做很久了哈。那这个 Angela 老师说，那为什么不在前面弄个花园呢？因为好像美国的 typical American home 就家的前面会有个草地草坪啊。那这个 Angela 老师刚刚也讲说，这个其实是17世纪的那个贵族他们的一种 idea of a home 那现在呢，这个大家都发现这个草皮其实很耗水所以南加州已经开始这个已经早就在做了，就希望大家不要再养草皮了。好，那我们再回来这个句子，他说 in an effort to 就是为了要 reduce 减少 water consumption 就是用水量或者是用水的消耗为了要减少用水 lawmakers 就是议员在科罗拉多州的议员呢，他们 have come up with 他们想出了一个 a creative solution 一个有创意的解决办法，但是其实别的州已经在做了那这个创意的想法是什么呢？他们要 offer money 要提供钱 to 给这些 homeowners 这些这个屋主那什么样的屋主呢？ homeowners willing to give up their lawns 愿意放弃他们草地的这些屋主所以如果你愿意把你家的草地你不养草坪了你做别的用途那他们就会给你钱。
The Western United States, which is roughly the Rocky Mountain states going west towards the Pacific Ocean, California, Oregon, and Washington.
I'm going to say that somebody I know that lives in that area would not consider the coast to be part of the West. That person considers the Mississippi to the mountains the West. And I'm
really?
like, yeah, but that covers part of the Midwest. He's like, who cares? So it turns out that there are several competing definitions for these regions in the United States. I'm from the Midwest. I consider Wisconsin and everything part of the Midwest. I don't think of Ohio as particularly Midwestern. I think it's more East Coast, but Ohioans consider themselves Midwestern.
Right.
So there's like the definitions are wiggly is what I want to say.
True.
好，所以刚刚 Bruce 跟 Angela 老师他们基本谈的就是什么叫做 American West 或者 Western United States 其实不同的美国人会有不同的想法。
Right. So let's say, because this is Colorado, let's limit here our talk today on the Western United States are the Rocky Mountain states, not including Washington, Oregon, and California, but states such as Colorado, which is right in the middle and happens to be the highest elevation state of the 50 United States. Currently, not just Colorado, but the whole western area is currently now in the middle of, or now something is happening. What is it? It's a historic mega drought. Historic means this doesn't happen very often, thank God. A drought is when you don't have enough water, which happens to us here in Taiwan occasionally, especially in southern Taiwan. Every few years or a decade or two, it will get really, really dry. There's not enough water. That is a drought. Mega drought. Mega means million. And what it means here is that this kind of drought has not been seen maybe for centuries, even longer.
Let me put that into perspective for you. They chopped down an 800-year-old tree for whatever reason, or they cored it. And they used the core to learn what the weather has been like for the last 800 years because trees are a very accurate measure of rainfall.
That's right.
The longest drought that has happened in the last 800 years in the western United States was 22 years. We are in the 23rd year of this drought.
So it's historic in the record of the historic record of the drought that is now happening in the western states. Nobody alive today has ever seen such a thing before, that's for sure. Anyway, scientists do not see any end in sight. There's no good news. There's no relief seen or projected for the western states.
好，所以呢，这句说 The Western United States 中文就很方便，美国西部这个很广的一个范围那 is currently 正在 in the midst of 就是处于或者经历，所以美国西部呢正经历一个 historic 历史性的 mega drought， 就是大旱这 mega 就是很大，它本来是 million 的意思在这里就是大旱。那什么叫历史性的大旱呢？刚刚 Angela 是 举了一个例子，他说他们在美国有砍下一棵树，那个大概800岁的树，然后呢，因为树的年轮可以看出来那个天气的状况，所以在这过去的800年中呢，最长的美国西部的一个干旱呢是22年，好，但是现在已经是第23年的美国干旱了，所以换句话说，这样的干旱呢，至少在过去的800年是没有见过的啊，所以叫做 historic 啊。然后呢，最糟糕的是 scientists 科学家 do not see any end 看不到任何的尽头 end 就是尽头 in sight 就是视线内，所以视线内看不到任何的尽头。换句话说，科学家不认为这个东西短期之内会结束，这个干旱短期之内是不会结束的。
So to reduce water consumption, to make sure that people use less water, officials in Colorado are trying to pass a bill. They're trying to make a law where homeowners, people that own homes, will receive money for switching out their grass lawns to more local water-conserving plants. They want them to switch them to some other thing that will use less water.
好，那他说呢 ，to reduce 为了要减少这个 water consumption 减少水的消耗，那科罗拉多州的这些官员 officials 他们正试着要 pass a bill 通过一个法案 where 就是指在这个法案里面呢 homeowners 屋主他可以 receive money 收到钱啊 for 为什么原因收到钱呢？他们如果 switching out 换掉 their grass lawns 他们的草坪啊 to 把它换掉成为 more local 更当地的 water conserving 就是省水的植物啊，所以不要养草坪呢，换成一些当地比较省水的植物，那他们就可以得到钱。
Yeah, I'm sure most of our listeners know the word cactus, C-A-C-T-U-S. That's a desert plant and would be one kind of a water-conserving plant.
哦，所以像仙人掌，它就是相当省水的。
All right, next sentence. Watering grass lawns often uses up about half of a city's water consumption. I didn't know that, and I'm shocked to hear it. Now, watering means the citizens or homeowners who water their grass lawns. When they do this, the process uses completely about half, 50% of a city's water consumption. We usually think, oh my goodness, all the cooking water that we use and taking baths and so on, that's a lot of water. But half of the water of a typical average household goes towards watering the grass of the lawn.
好，所以 watering 这里是浇水的意思。好 ，watering grass lawns 就是为草坪浇水 ，often 通常 uses up 就是用掉 about 大约 half 一半 of a city's water consumption 一个城市一半的用水。好，所以通常如果你浇或者是为了养护这个草地浇水的话，通常会用掉一个城市一半的用水量。
Removing this could end up saving the state billions of gallons of water. So removing this law, removing the obstacle to changing your lawn for something else could result in saving the state so much water.
好，所以 removing this 就是把这个用水量移除掉的话，它可以 end up 结果就会 saving 省下 the state 这个州 billions of gallons of water 数十亿加仑的水。
Similar programs to the one that this Colorado bill is trying to pass have proven effective in other drought-stricken states. I mentioned Southern California also tends to be very, very dry. If you are drought-stricken, it means you often have a drought, or when you do have a drought, it is particularly serious.
Similar programs 就是类似的计划 have proven effective 证实是很有效的。好，是在其他的 drought-stricken 就是受干旱所苦的这些 states 这些州。
Okay, that's it for our 2 short articles and for today's lesson. Hope you'll join us later this month when we 3 get together again. Until then,
bye-bye.